In order for you to be able to retire quickly, you've got to apply the methods that move with the highest speed. And we know today there's no arguing it. That method is to become best known, because best known beats best when best isn't known. And lastly, my favorite, you gotta choose something that plays to your strengths and not your weaknesses, because it's not just the best known, but it's also best known at a specific lane of dominance. And that's when you claim your spot amongst the top barbers on the planet. Now look, these are the 3 keys, and as I've already told you, implementing these 3 keys is a must. Personally, this method turned me from that kid with $15 and a pair of clippers to multiple 6 figures a year earner and retiring by 25. And not to mention being paid up to $1,000 for a single haircut, because these style of haircuts are the ones that people pay the most amount of money for. And all my clients literally reserved and paid before they receive the services up front. And that's the least amount of stress that you could have, literally 0 risk and full peace of mind on your end. And that's why this is a superior business model. Now, like I said, this is gonna sound counterintuitive, but if you're an analytical minded person who knows you enjoy being the jack of all trades and you wanna perfect your craft, make everything perfect and be the best barber, well, then this path actually might not be best for you. You're gonna struggle with this business model. This path might not be the best for you if all your focus is to be the best barber. People like that struggle more with this business model than the people who are more result driven and don't care as much about being a jack of all trades. And that's because if you spend all your time perfecting your haircuts, perfecting your craft, you kind of end up forgetting about doing the most important activity in this business model, and that is getting clients. And I've seen so many people struggling here. They use a booked out 10-hour day, 6 or 7 days a week as an excuse to not do the work on their business rather than in their business, because the work that we do on our business is what will eventually help us to attract a higher perceived value of clientele. I see people get stuck at the same income level as a barber, whether it's a price point or overall monthly income, for so long, unnecessarily long. And if that sounds like you, well, my purposeful friends, you are in for a massive perspective shift. And then the second trait I'll quickly give to you is dealing with people and taking responsibility. As a barber, your entire job here is kind of to deal with people. And that brings a higher level of responsibilities, because you got to ensure that your high ticket service delivered matches the new client's expectations. If you get stressed out with dealing with these higher level service deliveries, and if that's something that you dread doing, well, then this path might not be a good fit. It might be easier for you to stay at a faster paced, lower tier haircut price. Before I do explain to you this haircut model of a high ticket barber, let me first just kind of break down exactly how this works from the client's perspective. Here's the value. You see, if the client was to stop getting haircuts from you, their problem solution based high ticket barber, well, then they have the stress and the traumatizing experience of one of the most important features that a man could possess in 2023, his image. And at this point, we've realized from a client's perspective that that peace of mind that they get and they've established with their current barber, it's worth far more than taking the risk of getting all that progress that we have in deepening the density of our lineup, or deepening the wave pattern in our 360 waves, the fullness of our beard connection from the beard to the mustache, or the density in our lineup, or even the silhouette of the curls to our head shape if they have that narrow shape and they need the curls to give them a more full look. The peace of mind that we have established as a client with our problem solution based barber is worth far more than any money that I could save by going to Joe Schmo down the street who only charges $40 for the haircut that I'm giving him for $200. See, it's really all about the perceived value from your client's perspective. The simple truth that most barbers don't realize is if you get good at raising your perceived value for your service in the marketplace, there is quite literally no ceiling to your earning potential as a barber.